Welcome back, everybody. We're giving you an inventory of skills today to sort of unlock that creativity and make you an artist, because it's in there somewhere. Now, you know what? You can buy all sorts of great-looking custom furniture that can be pretty and pricey. Well, now that we've uncovered the artist in you, why not buy unfinished furniture, use it as your canvas, and put that custom finish on it yourself? Yeah. Here to help us do that from Sunny Boy Designs is Scott Sallinger. Hi, Scott. How are you?
Good.
Nice to see you. Now, you're going to show us basically how to take ordinary, either unfinished furniture or flea market finds and make 3 really interesting finishes. Let's start with the first one.
Okay.
Where do we start?
Well, we start with a stained piece of wood, like a dark stain, preferably.
Okay. And where do you get the stain?
It's just an oil base. You can get it at any hardware store.
Okay.
Like Home Depot or something.
All right.
Okay, and I take, this is just a water-based primer.
Okay.
And I'm putting it on here, and I'm...
Kind of a stippling?
Yeah, kind of stippling, moving it around.
Okay.
And then I'll take my cheesecloth and...
Just dab it a bit?
Yeah.
So the primer isn't actually to prime the surface. You're actually using the primer as part of the effect.
Right, part of the effect.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Okay, and then...
So here you've done... Oh, there's a lot of movement in there.
Right.
Okay.
A lot of movement with this.
Okay.
And then, so here I'm going to take my wiping stain, which is the oil-based wiping, just a regular stain.
Okay.
I have kind of a greenish tint to this, just to make it a little more interesting.
Okay, what'd you tint that with?
I just bought it store-bought, just like that.
Just as it came.
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to tint it a specific color, can you add acrylic or oil acrylic to it?
Yeah, oil acrylic. You could
okay.
tint it with that.
As long as it's oil and oil, we're
right,
okay.
Exactly.
Great.
Okay. So I'm just taking my cheesecloth, and I'm just kind of wiping it around, you know, spreading it on there. Not, you know,
you're doing kind of a circular motion here.
Yeah, and then kind of just shaping it, and you kind of twist your wrist, and that kind of gives it kind of a neat effect.
Cool.
And then you start getting, you know, some build-ups in certain areas. You can wipe it down.
Oh, that's very pretty. Okay, and then when we're done with that, is this that dried?
Yeah, now this is dry. The oil base takes a little bit of time to dry.
Sure.
And then,
but also gives you more working time as well.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So you can shape it. And
okay.
The way you want it.
Now, what's this you got here?
This is just, you can use a toothbrush. This is kind of like a...
It's a flick brush,
yeah,
huh?
a flick brush.
Okay. Yeah, and you're dipping it. Now, is that water base or oil base?
Now, this is enamel. It's
enamel?
Black enamel.
Okay.
And when I'm going to take it and just kind of
speckle it.
Spackles on there.
Okay. So you're going to want to put some newspaper down on this one, huh?
Right. Yeah. And you want to wear something that...
Okay. And when is it finished at this point?
You can put a wax over polyurethane over the top of it, and that seals it. But the stain actually works as a sealer as well.
Oh, great. And when that's all done, let's take a look at this piece here. Now, here you've just done it on a little open-up cabinet, right? Very nice. Now, what was that before you put the stain on it? What was underneath that?
Just the pine.
Just regular old pine. Looks great. Yeah. It almost has a dusty stone quality to it.
Sure.
Okay. Let's take a look at another one.
Okay.
We're on a roll.
Okay, this one I did a stain, a dark stain on it, and then I put already a blue dry brush. This one's called a dry brushing. So I've already done a blue dry brush on it. So what I want to do is I'll take
and you're using this kind of a brush, which is almost like a wallpaper paste brush.
Right.
Okay.
Just something so the bristles are loose.
Okay.
You know, and it has not too stiff. Okay, so what I'm doing is kind of wiping it down because I don't want a whole lot. And this one takes a lot of just a light.
Okay. So you're basically using this to blot, basically. Okay. To dry the brush off.
Take some of
Got it. Okay.
And I'm just going, you know, just kind of real lightly, just going over it.
Yeah. And with techniques like this, you want to stay as subtle as possible, don't you?
Right, because you can always go darker and heavier.
That's right.
But start off lighter.
Okay.
You can go over it. Okay.
And you're working in the direction of the grain.
Right. You can go at crisscross, any angle, stipple it if you want.
Okay. And then when it's done, it looks like that.
Yeah, this is with the 2 coats of the dry brush with the blue and yellow. And this is something else I like doing with it. It's called blocking. Okay. So it's good for, you get a little paint on there and just kind of get fun with it. You know. And then
cool.
And you can do the edges. I like to hit the edges.
So it's like almost creating highlights.
Right, exactly.
Oh, great.
Kind of
boy, that really makes it come alive.
Right.
That's really great.
A whole lot.
Let's take a look at what that looks like on your table here now. That looks great. Now again, this was just a plain piece.
Plain
pine. Looks like it's been around forever. Okay, now we've got one more to do, right? Now, this is sort of a pull-off method here.
Right, a stripper method.
Okay. So you start here.
Yeah,
this is
a light stain as a base coat.
All right.
And then I go over it with the yellow, which is just a latex.
Okay.
Yellow. And then I'm going to use this as my accent color, which is also just a blackish.
Okay, so you want a lot of contrast between these two colors. Okay.
Okay, so after putting the yellow on, I took my brush and I kind of went over with the bluish black.
Okay, kind of blotting and manipulating.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm going to take my stripper.
This is a furniture stripper?
Yeah, this is just a paint and varnish stripper.
Okay.
And I'm kind of putting it in different areas.
You don't cover the whole thing, just in...
Yeah, just kind of a little sporadic with it so you get some highlights in different areas. And I just use a putty knife and go over it. Take some of it off.
So the putty knife is actually removing all three layers where you want it to be removed.
Yeah, and then you can see different levels.
Very interesting.
Okay, then after that, I'll go over the whole board, and then I'll sand it down. I'll wipe it down and sand it down.
Okay.
And then I can take my yellow paint again and water it down, and then just go over it like an overglaze. I'll go over with an overglaze.
Oh, that's what gives it that milky look. While you're doing that, let's go over and take a look at the piece, actually, what it looks like when it's all said and done. There you can see the spots where the paint has been removed. That is really a terrific look. Now, this was a new piece that you made look old.
Right, exactly.
That's fantastic. Yeah, people pay a lot of money for this stuff. So here you go, folks. Creativity juices, right? I'm getting more creative by the moment. Thank you, Scott. Thanks very much. Hurry back.